Hello everyone, I am Shroom and this is Fun Builds. A series where I show you some fun off-meta builds that can still be pretty effective. If you look up Elden Ring builds online, you're gonna find lots of videos and articles talking about the strongest builds in the game with the most OP weapons and spells, but that eventually gets pretty boring. So I'm here to show you some builds that you can honestly just have fun with and to try something different. So with that out of the way, let's begin. So, this is what I like to call the Holy Lightning build, which focuses entirely on faith and mind, and it's mostly a caster-only build. Now, the build I have right here is grossly over-leveled. We're over-level 200, but it can still work at level 150 or even lower if you're willing to sacrifice some more faith. I'll also put the level 150 stats on screen so you can see them. So, for weapons, we'll be using the Earthtree Seal as it has the highest incant scaling at 80 faith, and in our offhand we have the Gravelstone Seal, basically only for the buff to Dragon Cold incantations since that's going to be our main way to attack. In my second main hand slot, I have the Coated Sword as a backup, in case someone tries to rush me while I'm out of FP. For armor, I'm wearing the Banished Knight Helm, the Scaled Armor, the Exile Gauntlets, and the Ronin's Greaves, and I think it gives me this really cool, like, old warrior look. It looks amazing in my opinion. And for talismans, I'm using the Faithful Canvas Talisman and the Fox Canvas Talisman to boost our incantations. They stack, by the way, it's really good. Then the Radagon Icon for cast speed and the Radagon Sword Seal. Now, this is the talisman configuration I would use on the level 150 build. On this build in particular, I would switch these for the Lightning Scorpion Talisman, that's the one, and the Earthtree's Favor +1 to give me a little bit more HP and uh, just stamina and equip load in general. And now for the spells. This is where the fun begins. I'm using all lightning-based spells. They're all Dragon Cold spells. They all benefit from the Gravelstone Seal's buff, and they deal an absolute truckload of damage. So first of all, we have Lightning Spear. It's just a really good mid-range, fast spell. I don't know what else to say. It's just really good. Then we have Honed Bolt. Now, this one this one's annoying. I'm just gonna be the first one to admit it. I've been on the receiving end of it, and it's really annoying. So instead of spamming it mindlessly, I like to sort of combo it with Lightning Strike. Since they have the same animation, you can chain cast them, and they have different timings. So what you can do, for example, is start with Hone Bolt, and then immediately after do Lightning Strike, and for Lightning Strike, I like to unlock and target the general area where I think my opponent is going to run towards. It's actually really effective because most people just think you're going to use Hone Bolt again, like all those other people that like to spam it. Then I like to have Frozen Lightning Spear, basically the same as Lightning Strike, just in a bigger, wider area and with a lot more lightning. Then this is one of my favorites, Fortisak's Lightning Spear. I don't know why, but a lot of people think they can just roll through it. Spoiler alert, they cannot. 9 times out of that, they're gonna evade the first lightning and then get instantly obliterated by the second one. It's amazing. And the amount of hyper armor it gives you during the animation is also fantastic. You're basically not going to get knocked out of this one. Same with Lanciac's Glaive. It's also a really good one. It's very similar to Fortisak's Lightning Spear in use, but the Lancia Exclave has a wider area and I believe more range. So Vortex Lightning Spear you have to use when they're trying to rush you, when they're really up close, and Lancia Exclave when they're in sort of a mid-range. Then Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. This is a one-shot on almost anyone, unless they have like 80 vigor. It's insane. If they're right next to you and you cast this, like that person is going to stop existing. They're going to be turned into a smoldering pile of ash. It's fantastic and it has a lot of range. So you can even use it from like a mile away and it will probably hit something because the amount of lightning it's insane. And then finally, I like to have Dragon Bolt Blessing. It's just a nice little buff. It's basically just makes it so any enemy that has a one-handed weapon that isn't a colossal weapon or something like that is just gonna bounce straight off your body. So you cannot get comboed, and your enemy will get sort of stunned for a second, which is really helpful when you have spells like these that can instantly end a man's life.
So the trick with this build is that you have a lot of options, a lot of solutions to different problems. For example, if your opponent likes to stay away from you, you can use Honed Bolt to try to get them to attack you. If they're too close, you can use Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike and obliterate them instantly, or Fortissex Lightning. If they're in a sort of mid-range, you can just use the Lightning Spear. It's really good. And for opponents that have a single weapon, like a one-handed weapon, Dragon Bolt Blessing is fantastic. This build just covers pretty much every single possible weakness, which I think makes it one of the strongest I have. I honestly haven't really lost that many times with this build, and gathering footage for this video, I've only lost twice, and I've been in about 20 duels. Only losing twice? I think that's pretty good. But enough of me talking. I think I should let the build do the talking. So, enjoy. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. I'll see you in the next one.
I remember last Friday, I had a really good sandwich. It was so good that every time I would take a bite, I would say an ad lib. Yeah.